right, West Ham versus Arsenal on Sunday 4:30 West African time kickoff, and if you're in the London time, that's 3:30. This game is going to be a very, very impressive game. Very high expectations, especially from the Arsenal side. Yes, I think their fans are expecting Arsenal to go and win this one, while other fans, in conjunction, are expecting Arsenal to go and lose this one in peace. Yes, or even get a draw. But I think it's going to be interesting because West Ham is fighting for relegation. Arsenal is fighting for the title. They are fighting against relegation, while Arsenal is fighting to win the Premier League title. So it's not going to be so easy. Everybody will be very, very careful in this game. Even Arsenal, yes, because if West Ham come to harm them, it's going to be something else, you understand? And I said it before, if Arsenal don't win the league, I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, but the league itself, if they don't win the league, it will be the greatest bottling of all time. If they don't win the league and win the Champions League, bro, it's impressive, you understand? Very, very, nobody called the bottlers, yes, but they did bottle the league. But so they need to win the league to, prove a point. They just have to win the league. And it is clearer. It is like, this is the best they've ever been in to win the league title. This is the best position they've been in, you understand, the past 20 years to win a league title. So if they go and mess this one up, it's going to be very, very bad on them. It's going to be bad. They flashback. The trash talk is not going to be it's not going to be funny, you understand? Even from this channel, it's not going to be funny, bro. So I think they will have to take it to West Ham, and it's more likely that Arsenal is going to win this game. Yes, let's be honest, because I don't think West Ham have it in them to hold Arsenal. I think they play good football, so they can play, because any game now for West Ham will determine if they will go for relegation or not. We saw Nottingham Forest trash Chelsea, taking them like 6 or 7 points above the drop zone. So they need to win. West Ham needs to win. They don't even need a draw. West Ham needs to win. So if they can go ahead to win, it will be, they will now wait for Tottenham to slip up. You understand? Which I think is not going to happen, because Tottenham went ahead to beat Aston Villa. You understand? So it's not going to be so easy. But let's see how it's going to go. And this video, looking at the predicted lineup in the form of both teams, the last 5 games. We'll also look at the injuries, those are available, those are not. And then we'll talk about the predicted scoreline right at the end of the video, so that you know what you have to be expecting. Yes, Arsenal, we just Arsenal defeat Atletico and midweek. I think that was on Tuesday. And then going to face West Ham. I think this is the only time they will have midweek game and weekend game. I think from next week, there's no midweek game, so it's just weekend game or so till the league is over, you understand? Then they will now play Champions League. I think they'll finish Premier League first before playing the Champions League. So it's going to give them enough time to rest, you understand, and playing one game. It's been a long time Arsenal played one game. Arsenal have been playing almost twice every week. I think they are the teams that have played the most games this season. If you check very well, Arsenal are one of the teams that have played the most games this season. So it's not easy, you understand? So I understand the struggle, but they will have to come up with something special to beat West Ham. They will have to beat West Ham. That's just there's no going back. That's just the fact of the matter. Understand? So without going into the video, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I think it's a very, very impressive season for Arsenal. They've finally gotten to the final of the Champions League, the biggest competition in the football history. You understand? So it's right to say Arteta have done a lot of good works for Arsenal. You understand? So we'll see if they will continue the good works, yes, and then get something, because he always do good work. So getting something is not the problem. I think if he can grab a trophy, it will be very, very impressive. I think the Champions League will be more impressive than the Premier League. Why? Because he literally went on beating the Champions League. So if he grabbed the Champions League, bro, I heard they are going to give them a golden trophy instead of the normal one that that looks like silver. They will give them a golden one for going unbeaten. So it's like creating another unbeaten team for Arsenal, you understand, in the Champions League, a competition that is very, very hard to go through without a loss, you understand. So we'll see how it's going to go. Let's focus on the video, because we're talking about that one in the match preview when we want to do the preview of the Champions League finals. But right now we are focusing on this Premier League game. So we'll start with West Ham since they're at home, the London Stadium. So Hermansen is going to be in goal. They are using him frequently, but I think Aviola is a better keeper. He's taller, more commanding in the air. So, but this Hermansen guy is short. I think they will need to use Aviola instead of Hermansen because of the set piece that's now be bringing to the table. Then Mavropanos and Disasi have been their main man in the defensive line, the centre half. Walker Peters on the right, Geoff on the left, you understand. Then for the midfield, they go with the 4 midfielders. They literally play 4-5-1, you understand, which is a formation that they have not played in a long time. So the 5 midfielders, 4 is behind the attacking midfielder, which is Pablo. So the 4 behind them is Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left, Souček and Fernandes holding the defensive midfield role. Then Pablo, attacking midfielder, Castellanos will start up front for them. And they have a lot of players on the bench like Traore and Wilson to come in to help them. But this game will need a lot of defending from West Ham, and maybe counter-attacking is what they are going to be using to hurt Arsenal. Then for Arsenal side, I think Gyökeres have been impressive for them. Gyökeres have, I don't know, He has just gotten this spark. I think 21 goals now in this season. So I think he's impressive. He has done a lot of good things, yes. So we are going to see him starting up for us. Then Martinelli will start, since Trossard started in the Atletico game. Martinelli will start on the left and Saka on the right. Then Eze, attacking midfield role. I think the other guy will come in to replace him. Lewis Kelly had a knock in the last game, so I don't think he's going to play this one. But I think Rice and Subimendi will play in the defensive midfield role. Then Calafiori on the left, Gabriel and Saliba in the centre half, then White on the right. You can start Hincapié on the left too, you understand? Because I think Hincapié can do the job perfectly, but Calafiori have come with a different energy. You understand? It's as if these players went to injury and came back with a different energy. So I really appreciate the energy he brought to the games he played, yes. Then for the form of both teams the last 5 games, Westham have won 2, drawn 2 and lost 1. Arsenal have won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1, you understand? So I think Arsenal is in a better form than Westham, and they play tougher teams, you understand? So but for injuries, Westham does not have any injury. They are complete 11 and bench ready to go, you understand? Then for Arsenal, Lewis Kelly had enough, like I said. Timber is still out. I think by the end of this month he should be back. Merino out of the season, you understand? So I think Merino is coming back too the same time with ending of this month, you understand? Mid-month / ending of the month, that's when Merino and Timber will be coming back. So you just say they're out of the season because like they might only come back to play maybe 1 or 2 games. 1 game. I don't think they'll play 2 games. So that's just it. But for Peter's scoreline, I think Arsenal will go and win this one. Though I'm expecting a bit of, havoc for Arsenal in this game. Yes, as a rival fan, you have to just be speculative, yes. But let's say we know what Arsenal can do. So I think Arsenal might go ahead to win this one. Maybe 2-1. I think Arsenal will go ahead to win 2-1. But West Ham should try to bring up something, you understand, to make the league try to interest, at least take it to the deadline day, so we rival fans will enjoy what is happening, you understand? Okay, I think that's that for that. Let's call it a quit for this one. Maybe continue the next game. We have other games in the weekend, and there's no game midweek. So we'll focus on transfer news. A lot of things are going on in the transfer news. Yes. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get more of our content. Don't forget to also comment. Let me know what you think about the game, this particular game, and let me know what you think about the scoreline. Yes, you can also comment your scoreline if you're an Arsenal fan, and I'll reply you and tell you how possible that scoreline is. Yes, do have a great day. Bye.